Hey guys, Happy here, back on the cam with you. And today, okay, sorry, I forgot what I was gonna say. Today, we are doing a story time about my first love. So yeah, that's something going for us. I know last time I said, oh, I'm going to, you know, keep making videos and stuff. I never did, and that's because so many things have happened. Me and my boyfriend, well, now he's my ex, we broke up. Um, um, I'm starting therapy, other things like that. And so I'm like gonna have a lot of therapy within the week. So it's kind of hard, like trying to like make videos and stuff. And like next month, I'm moving out of the apartment that I was living in, back in with my dad, with my whole family. So that's also something. And I also have to get a job, which is going to be hard to tie in with like moving, therapy, school. But like school's almost over, so that's good. And that's going for me. So yeah, but there's a lot happening. And it's just really, really, really hard to try to keep up with all that. And I don't know how to like fit recording into my schedule, and it's really hard. But anyways, let's get straight into the video. Anyway, so it's like 2018, and this story like happened like 4 years ago. So we're gonna go to 2014. We don't talk about those times, but we'll talk about those times today. Anyways, so when I was in 7th grade, I was really into Roblox and stuff, and so Roblox, yeah, yay, ooh. Anyways, so I had this friend, and she had this boyfriend, and we're gonna call him V for safety reasons. Okay, so V was her boyfriend, and me and V were close. We were really close, like we became close, and he told me, he was like, yo, I think she's cheating on me. We were in a game together, and this dude joined, and he's like, hey babe, to her, and she's like, oh hey, and I was like, okay, so if you're gonna cheat, be smart about it. Like, cheating is not okay, but like, someone joins into the game when you're with your boyfriend or someone who's supposed to be your boyfriend, and they say, hey babe, don't say hey back. Like, be smart about it. Anyways, so I just started. So we were talking, and I was like, yo, she's online. How about, we invite her to our game, and you just break it off with her, break up with her, whatever. So I invited her to the game, and she joined, and she was like, they got into this big argument, and she's like, oh, it's nothing, I'm not cheating, this and that. He's like, you know what, it's over. We're breaking it off. Like, I'm done. And me and him, like, grew closer and closer, and I stopped being friends with her because cheating is not okay, and I wasn't down for it. And so me and him, every day after I got out of school, we'd play on Roblox together and stuff, and then and like a week later, it was January 27th, and we got together, and this other dude that thought I was dating him would join me and V's game, and he was like, yo, I thought we were together, and V was like, yo, if you don't want to be together, like, you could go be with him, and I was like, no, I want to be together. Well, online relationships, they so work out, well, some do. So my mom didn't agree with it, so my stepdad, he's my ex-stepdad, but being the person he was, he looked up V's name. He said, oh, he's a 36-year-old, he's creepy. Well, I was on Skype with V, and my mom wanted me to break up with him, and I was like, you know what, you can Skype him, like, you can talk to him on Skype and stuff, and yeah. And so, like, when I on Skype with V, and she was okay with him. She found out that he was literally a freshman. He lived in Vegas, so, like, he couldn't kill me or anything. But she found out that he was, like, really sweet, and that she actually really liked him. And it actually made me really happy because, you know, I really liked V. And then, like, I genuinely like V. And then, like, that happened in February. Then in April, I never got to meet him in person. So, like, yeah, that kind of sucked. But, like, April of 2014, me and him watched our first movie together. It was over Skype. And, it was Frozen. And, like, so it was really good. And I don't really like Frozen anymore because it brings back those memories and it makes me sad. So, yeah. It's horrible. And so, forward to July of 2014, me and him made it to 6 months, and then the day after our 6-month anniversary, we kind of broke up because I got mad, and I got mad, and I broke up with him, and I regretted it so much. And so I tried to get back together with him, and he's like, go be with the person you love. And I was like, you're the one I love. And he's like, no, I'm not. And so we kind of just broke up. And then later on, like once school had started or whatever, I found out my best friend had a relationship with him or something. And it was just horrible. Like, he was like my first love. Like, I was truly in love with him. Like, if you're supposed to be a best friend and you know your best friend is like in love with someone, you shouldn't date them. Like, it's messed up. And so, like, this was my 8th grade year, like when I found out that they were dating. And I was honestly depressed. I was like, I can't do it anymore. Like, I was genuinely in love with him, and like, you know, if you have a best friend who does that to you, they're not a best friend. So I was talking to him one night, and he told me that I cheated on him. Like, I was cheating on him the whole time me and him were dating, and I was like, that's not possible. And he's like, well, you did. And I was like, that's not possible. My 7th grade year, I didn't talk to anyone at school. I didn't, like, I was shy. Like, how could I cheat if I wasn't talking to anyone at school? 2, I texted him all day. I fell asleep with him on the phone, like, and like, I Skyped him when he got home from school. So how was it possible that I was cheating on him? Like, that doesn't make sense. And, yeah, so that really hurt. And then, so me and him stopped talking, and then, fast forward to my freshman year, in like between August and October, he called me, and like, because we have our yearly calls, and he called me, and then we didn't talk for a year. And then my sophomore year, September 27th, was the last time I talked to him. Yeah. And like, it kind of hurt because the last thing that I exactly remember him telling me is, I still love you, like, I'm still in love with you. And I told him that I was still in love with him. And, you know, you have crushes and stuff, and, you know, everyone crushes on someone at school. Like, even if you're in love with someone, like, you could crush, like, not, like, in love with them, but, like, you know, you, like, you're not, like, attracted to them, but you, like them as a person. but like I told him, I was like, yo, I have a crush on someone at school, and like and he was like, you know what, go be with that person, like obviously they mean more to you than I do. And I was like, no, I love you, like I'm attracted to that person's personality, but like he's called me a hoe and stuff, and I know that I can't be with him because he's not a good person. And my first what, like V is an amazing person. He he's an amazing person. Last year, our yearly calls. Well, between August and October of 2017, he didn't call me, and he didn't call me. He didn't text me. I tried to get a hold of him. Nothing, and that honestly depressed me so much because I was looking forward to having our yearly call, looking forward to talking to him again so I could tell him that I loved him. Like, I genuinely loved him. And I feel like if me and him had actually talked, I wouldn't be in what I am in now. And it kind of hurts because if me and him had just talked, if he had just called me, if I had told him that I loved him or something, I wouldn't be in the spot I am now, and in so much that's happening, I wouldn't be like in what I'm doing. And like, you guys don't know, and I don't want to talk about it because it's personal. Maybe like a couple years from now I'll talk about it, but like if he had just called me or texted me or something, I wouldn't be in the spot I am in now. I wouldn't be going through what I am going through now. And sounds like I'm about to cry, but I'm not. Yeah, and then last weekend, so like the 13th through what was Monday? What was Monday? The 13th through the 16th, I was out of town, and I went to the Grand Canyon, and I stayed in Vegas, and he lives in Vegas, and we got to Vegas at like midnight, and I was depressed. I was depressed so badly because I was like, I always thought when I went to Vegas, like I'd be with him, like we would be together, like I would be able to see him and stuff, and that just wasn't, that wasn't gonna happen. He's been in a relationship for almost a year, and I'm actually happy that he's happy. I feel like if I hadn't said those things back in 2016, things would have had ended differently. Maybe him and I would have gotten back together and stuff like that, but we didn't, and that kind of hurts. Yeah, if we were still together and I never broke up with him in July of 2014, January of 2018 would have marked 4 years, so I have that. But like when I was in Vegas, I was ultimately depressed. I was like upset. I just wanted to cry. I just didn't want to be there. I was like, yo, I tried to get a hold of him. I was like, yo, I'm in Vegas. You should come out and see me wherever I'm at. And I wanted to text his mom and be like, hey, you guys should have like breakfast or breakfast or lunch with us before we start heading back to Kansas tomorrow. And I never did that because I have his mom on Facebook still, but I don't feel like, we don't talk. Like, I feel like she doesn't like me. She just has me on Facebook because, she knows that's the only way I can see pictures of you. And, like, I always wonder if, like, there's moments in his life where, like, I run through his head and he's like, yo, I miss her. Like, I love her still, but I wonder if his mom ever sees pictures of me on Facebook and shows him those pictures, but I don't think she does. Like, I don't know, but it depresses me, like, that no matter what, like, he'll always be my first love. Like, honestly, if I was in a relationship with someone, and this might sound like really messed up, but if he had, because I love him, I still love him, I'll always love him, but like, you know, if he ever came back and he was like, yo, Tabby, I love you, I want to be back together, I would leave the dude that I was with and be with him, because, you know, me and V had a life, you know, we wanted to get married, we wanted to buy a house, we wanted to have good jobs, stable jobs, we wanted to have a family, and all that got thrown away just because of my selfish act of breaking up with him because I was mad. And my selfish act of telling him that I liked someone's personality and that I had a crush on them. And it took away the future that him and I had or could have had. And I hope one day, like, you know, I hope one day, like, I'm walking down the street and he's walking down the street in the same place and we happen to run into each other. No matter if he's married, if he has kids, if he's happy. Like, you know, I want to see him one day, and I ultimately want him to be, like, happy with what he's doing and who he's with and stuff. And I just want to see him happy. And I honestly just want to see him in person and see him in general, like, you know. You know. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, it kind of got depressing, but you know, got to keep your head up, got to live life. Things happen for a reason, and like, I hope one day, you know, I actually get to see him, and maybe in the end we'll end up together. Who knows? Like, maybe him and his girlfriend will break up or something, which I honestly don't wish that to happen. Like, I wish for him to be happy, but if that happens, it happens, and maybe he'll, you know, find this video and be like, yo, she still loves me, or like, text me or something, because my number's been the same since I was 14, so, but I hope one day he gets in contact with me and says, hey, I miss you, or hey, I still love you, or hey, you know, are you okay, or something, and I would be okay with that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my Instagram, which will be at the end of this video. Peace out.